Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to my channel, and I hope you had a great trading day. Look at crypto, it's flying high. You can see this morning I released a video, it's posted on YouTube and TikTok, and I was telling Ethereum is in the buy zone. And this morning, when I made a video around 8 o'clock this morning, it was here just touching the buy zone, and I was telling my chart is telling me it's going to pump from buy zone to the sell zone, but I was not expecting this massive pump. So this pump happened almost 6%, okay? Massive pump, and this is very rare when Ethereum now is above all standard deviations. So this is like a really massive run, but this, however, is presenting a great opportunity to short. Usually, whenever price is above red lines, this is usually the best time to short. So anyhow, I just wanted to show you to start the day that Ethereum, very nice buy from the green line and pumping, and Bitcoin this morning, it was also very closer to green line, and I was saying it's either going to go to the green line and then buy, or it's going to go to sell line and then you can sell. But it came very close to green line and massive pump on Bitcoin as well. So this indicator worked again, and now we are very close to the sell zone. Actually, we are in the sell zone, and then I'm expecting some weakness here. All right, let's quickly review all the other indices, and then I will do a daily analysis. So let's quickly start with MES chart. You can see from sell zone coming closer to the neutral zone, and MNQ is very close to buy zone. You can see very perfect shot. This indicator works again and again and again. And you can see easy 1.12% drop on Nasdaq. So nice drop here. US 30 came from sell zone to neutral zone, right now near neutral zone. US 2000 is near sell zone right now. Crude oil is between neutral zone and sell zone. Tesla dumped almost 3%, came from sell zone, just touched it, and then came to the buy zone. Easy trades here. Gold came from buy zone pumped, and silver, you can see, wow, what a trade this is. Guys, you can see this indicator is not a joke, guys. If I zoom in, you can see exactly to the dot, touched and then bounced. Okay, where else you can find this? If you like this, guys, if you like what I'm sharing, please hit the like button and share it with your friends and family and join my group. It is a YouTube channel. You can join, subscribe, and I share these settings like zones every few hours in my channel. Okay, all right. So anyhow, so silver is very good trade. Natural gas also right now in the buy zone. NG, this is the other one also in the buy zone. Dollar index in the neutral zone. Already showed the crypto. Let's quickly review commodities. Copper in the sell zone. Soybeans in the neutral zone. Sugar touching the buy zone. You can see how nicely touch and bouncing. And wheat in the neutral zone. Corn getting closer to the buy zone. All right. So I think that's about it. So let's now go back to the daily analysis and let's review how things are shaping up. And I'm going to use let's start with this. Actually, let's start with this chart, and then let's go with cycle analysis. And I want to show you daily analysis of SPX first. And you can see SPX getting some weakness now. Focus on this yellow cycle and blue, this dotted blue cycle, okay? And you can see this weakness, which I was expecting, didn't happen. It was happened here. It happened a little bit here. So it could be like a flat period for next couple of weeks. If that's possible, then we will not get a dip, but my preferred scenario is getting a dip. But even if we get a dip, it's going to be dip will be bought because then there's another cycle coming higher. So if we do get, sometimes these cycles are shifted a bit longer. So if we do get a dip, then that means this cycle is moving a little bit here, okay, to around mid to late February, and we'll make adjustment accordingly. But as of now, I'm looking for a little bit weakness and then again bounce with this higher time frame and then go. Now, one other thing I wanted to show you on SPX chart, if I go to weekly chart, you can see what's happening here. If I zoom in on weekly circle, so focus on light blue line and dotted dark blue line. Okay, you can see this weakness coming 25th of March and then 1st of April. So I'm expecting this to drop by end of March or early April. Now this is the ideal time frame for support, but it can even go lower than this. Like if I draw another Fibonacci from low, let me do low to the top here. So there's another support level which we are also looking at. Okay, so depending on how big the weakness is, this also is possible that we can even fall somewhere here. All right, so I'm gonna maybe try to mark it with maybe like a different green or something, so we know it's a bit different. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this here, delete it. So I think this blue cycle is pointing towards more weakness to this compared to this yellow, which if we do get a weakness should find a support somewhere here. All right, I think this is what makes more sense from my perspective. All right, so let's go back to daily. So yeah, so if you do get a little bit of weakness, look to find support here. And I think if we get a weekly time frame by end of March, I think we could go all the way here. So just keep that in mind. Now, keeping that in mind, if we do like a, actually, I don't want to disturb this chart. So let me zoom back on SPX. I don't want to change anything. So let's review this chart. Let's go with Bitcoin because you guys like Bitcoin a lot. So 1 hour chart, see what's happening on Bitcoin on 1 hour chart. Let's go to 1 hour chart. You can see what happened, gap up. All right, so this gap up on Sunday 6 p.m. gap up, gap did not fill. All right, so another gap now, 47,890 is left here. So if I go to daily chart, so new highs, divergence, so still divergence, okay, on RSI, PPO also divergence, we are going higher, but still divergence is not erased. We did get a red sell signal. We are just getting it now. This is for Tuesday, okay? So just be careful. If we do get a dip, you can see all these green lines are the gaps to fill. If I zoom out, 47,890, around 30, let's say 39, 225. 34, 155, 29, 470, 26, 295, and 2155. I don't know when these will be filled, so just remember we're going higher with many gaps to fill. And also we were on this trend line, okay? So just it was touching here, touching here. We did get like a buy signal here when this thing crossed. Like actually, let me add another indicator here to show you RSI. RSI gave us a buy signal here on this day, exactly 29th of June. That's when this green line crossed red line. If I zoom in, can see green line is above red line. So we did get that SPY signal here, 29th of Jan, and since that it's going higher, but we still cannot erase it divergence. Okay, so if you're in profit, look to take profit. Do not get too greedy here, right? Ethereum, this thing did not work out. Actually, we went higher. Let me go to again 1 hour chart. So this gap is very, very minor gap. Let me see if this is really a gap. Yeah, it is a gap, very, very minor. So this gap is still not filled. So let's go back to daily chart. And even on Ethereum, I think we have a divergence. You can see we're just getting also a sell signal right now. So it should be again divergence on PPO, RSI, and we are getting a sell signal. So look to take profits sooner than later. All right. And on live market, actually again same thing, getting sell signal here. Ethereum also getting sell signal for today, which is Tuesday, which means it doesn't mean you cannot go higher. It just means you should be exiting because you want to buy when it's red. Okay, you don't want to buy when it's green. All right, guys, that's hopefully helpful. Wix jumped, so this is good and bad. Now the bad news is it left a gap, and that gap does get filled. Actually, it's a good news for the bulls, bad news for the bears. So I think after CPI, Wix is telling me we're going to have a sell-off. A sell-off in Wix. That's going to pump. That is going to pump. I think S&P 500. I think that's what Wix is telling me. So be very careful. I wouldn't be shorting market here. All right. Let's quickly go to triple Qs. Let me find Nasdaq. Again, going higher with divergence on RSI, PPO, and yeah, I'm just it can keep going higher. You can even draw a trend line, something like that. Okay, it can keep going higher. It looks like it wants to follow this trend line, so just look to buy dips on this trend line. I think that's what we're gonna do. SPY also, you can see it's in a wedge, keep going higher. Broke out, you can see it broke out. Now back testing it. Let's see, it could come all the way down. Now there's a gap around 494. It could come all the way down to fill this gap and then bounce. I don't know. Let's see what way it's gonna work out. Dow Jones looks like this gap is filled. So again, then now there's a gap around 385. So a little bit of weakness is possible, and then we can bounce. IWM massive moves, and another gap created. Okay, so gap, two gaps right now, and I think it's above all moving averages. If I add moving, oops, what did I add? If I add moving averages, here you go. This indicator here, you can see it's very bullish move above all moving averages. I think Bitcoin should be like that too. Yeah, massive moves. All right. Look at commodities, crude oil facing resistance on 200 EM and SMA. So let's see if it can flag out here a bit and then bounce. Also on a nice trend line here. Okay. CNQ, biggest oil miner, facing resistance again on this 200 SMA. Let's see if it can close above that. All depends on oil. Tesla got rejected right here around 194-ish. Okay, so this downward sloping white line got rejected, but we are now still above this green line. Like, I think it found support here. So let's look at before how it happens. Every time we close above green line, sometimes it get below it and then it close again. So it really needs to close, stay above this green line tomorrow. Okay, that will be a big win for the bulls. Even here, when you close above green line once, like sometimes it slightly undercuts it and then just bounces. So this is what I want to see. Even here, you can see first we close above, then sometimes it just touch green line and then bounce, and then again it does the same thing. You can see close above, sometimes it opens below, and then the key is to stay above green line tomorrow, and the green line, which is 10 moving average, is around 188.07 tomorrow. All right. Gold, a little bit of weakness. It could come to find support on this 200, 119.60. It all depends on CPI tomorrow. So this could be like a trap. So CPI if lower, then this is going to break out. Okay, this is going to break out very soon. And silver also nicely on this trend line, support. So I think silver is ready to bounce from here. Natural gas looking for 1.490 here, and G futures 1.454. Right. So from where we are, I'm looking for a little bit more weakness on natural gas from here to around 15% more downside. All right. Dollar index making a flag, getting ready for going to register resistance 106. If CPI is weaker, then this is going to bounce. Okay, dollar is going to, sorry, dollar might sell off. Sorry, dollar will sell off. Stock market will bounce, and if CPI is higher, dollar will bounce, and stock market will sell off. All right. Uh, on BTC, I wanted to show you something. It can go also as high as 53,440. So just keep that in mind. It can still go way higher. Then you can anticipate there's a gap there. So they might be going for a gap fill here right now. Hang Seng Index on this resistance trend line. Wait for it to close above that. Other than that, commodities um, again bouncing, but it's near resistance, so it could fail and go down. Soybeans near buy zone. Sugar also just flagging out. Wheat also just trying to like consolidate. This is a long consolidation before it can break out. Wheat is facing resistance on this blue line, which is 200 SMA. Wait for it to close above that. And corn, lastly, new lows. But again, another buy signal here. Okay, just testing patience. I think one day it's going to just bounce massive 10%. I think. Who knows? We'll see. Okay, I think that's it for today. Let's quickly look at Apple. Also, a little bit weaker. Okay, finding support on 200 SMA. So if it comes down tomorrow from here, maybe little 1.95%, that's going to be a good area to buy. 183.18 is the support trend line. And I think other than that, all tech stocks are too extended. I'm not interested in doing any analysis on these, but this is too extended. Netflix, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, Google. Google is still okay. Snowflakes, NVDA, AVGO. It feels like a stock market overall needs a healthy pullback. Not a correction, a healthy pullback, which bulls should be able to buy. All right, guys. Okay, guys, I hope you like this channel. Please hit the like button, share with your friends and family, and subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.